Hold on, you crazy fuckers. I knew we not live. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Sorry. Uh, ran into a little trouble. I went on my guest co-host of the day. We all know that Mr. Egghead is out today. He has another case of the sore throats. The sore throats, fellas. Where are this? Where is this man? I know. Terrible timing, my boy. Terrible timing. I'm sorry. Let me call this guy, man. He's taking forever. He's taking forever. Where buddy at? Hey, man, the commish has another case of the sore throat. I know what he like to do every year before his birthday and after his birthday. So of course he couldn't make it. Not today. Uh, I'm not gonna repeat that because I think we've been wilding lately. So I'm not gonna use that specific word. I'm not gonna use that specific word, but where's the Asian persuasion? I don't know. I don't know. All right, y'all. I might as well get it started. I don't know how long everybody's gonna take, or even if the commission's gonna show up. So let's get right to it. Hell of a week just went by. Uh, Hell of a week in the EFL, man. Unfortunately, I'm gonna start with me. Hold up. Okay, I got you. I don't know what my phone keeps doing now. I do not know.
Come on.
You in? All right, there you go.
All right. The chink is
Yeah.
here.
He had
Jesus
some,
Christ.
he was having some issues today.
All right. Yeah, ran into some traffic. I'm sorry.
Hey man, I had a little situation with with two of Drew's family members. I had a little run in with the law just now. So that's why I'm late. Uh Drew, they were kind people. They held it down. They did not abuse of this black man, but I was trembling for a bit.
Who is Fleeceless Christ Gaming?
I'm not too sure.
Elias
It,
would
it
have
might
never
be
been
that might be
late.
Trav.
Is it? Okay.
It could be Trav. So what's going on, man? How's your day today, Alex?
Not too bad. How about yourself? How you feeling, man?
I'm
How's
feeling a
everything
lot better.
going? How's your health?
Health is okay. I went to the doctor's today. You know what I mean? Some okay news, some expected news, but it is what it is.
Okay,
Uh, we it's. I think it's time because we've wasted 7 minutes to get to the important stuff.
let's do it.
How was your EFL weekend, brother?
Mine went well, a little bit better than yours, I suppose.
All right, if we're not talking about the playoffs and we just exclude the playoffs, I had a great week because I got
Eh,
the win, but it didn't help me in my situation, obviously. Uh, yep, the champion of last year is out of the playoffs this year, fellas. It don't feel good. I'm playing for this. I'm playing for a chance to be in a Sacco. Not a cool feeling.
You're playing against Jeff this week, right?
I am playing against. I believe so. He has no name. I believe Jeff has gave up on fantasy football this year completely. But what matchup do you want to start with,
We could start with let's start with the number one seed.
Mister
Let's start
Trav?
start with him. Let's give him the respect that he deserves.
Yes, 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 yes. Trav with a very decisive win. No questions asked. He went up against our boy, Mr. Conrad, I believe. Was it Conrad who he went up against? Let me get to it, y'all. Against Conrad, the score was 172.95 to 147.88. Uh, Conrad put up a fight, 147 points, but not enough to get him that dub. We're going to start with his quarterback, Mr. Geno Smitho, 16.65. Then we had Montgomery. Who is he? Sonic? I believe he's Sonic, right?
Sir,
Sonic put up 20.40. Chase Brown. Oh, I gave him away. Chase Brown, 25.80. Uh, JJ, Justin Jefferson, Justin Jefferson, 32.95. Uh, Drake London, somebody that you was trying to get rid of for a while, and I see why now. Only put up a measly 13 points. Didn't really do much. Evan Ingram put up 7.55. Calvin Ridley actually doing something once again, even though he really didn't do much. At 13.15. Then we got Jake Bates. Jake the Great Bates with 11.80. And then he had the Eagles defense with 6.58. They got you back in here? Uh-oh.
I'm trying to click on the comments to put them on so we could see them, but I can't do it.
All right, let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. This is so Mr. Jalen could correct me. I should block him since I have the right to do that. Let's see. I don't know, man. Elias is the pro with this. You got to work with us, fellas. Nope. I got to give you administrative power in a minute.
No, you
And
can do it
then
now. You go ahead.
on the Travs team, 172.95, like I said, Cool Joe Burrow put up 31.25. Uh, Josh Jacobs put up 25.10. James Conner, 22.95. Chase Brown, 47.10. I'm going to be honest, between those four guys that he has there, this has completely helped his whole season. They've carried his team the entire season. Having that stack with Cool Joe and Chase is, yep, he could win it all. He could win it all. And I hope that Jalen faces him in the next round and get kicks the fuck out. I hate
He
you,
can't
Jalen.
though. He can't face him in the next round because in this league they have a reseeding. So Jalen's a 2 seed and Trav's a 1 seed. So
Oh, you're right.
he can't face him, not until the championship.
Not into the championship itself. Who you facing this week?
I'm facing Brian.
And between y'all, that's who faces Trav in the next round.
It's the lowest seed is going to face Trav. So whoever is the lowest seed is going to face Trav, and then whoever's left faces each other.
Faces each other
Yeah, so 7, 6, 5, 4
is up for
is
grabs.
gonna face Trav. Me and Jalen can't face Trav. Two
Yep,
and
I'm looking
yeah,
at this
2 and 3
thing.
can't face
You can't
because
face
I'm
each
one.
other yet. Well,
Yeah, we
one and
can't
three
face
could
them.
face each other
We can't. We won't face them. Not until the
until
championship.
okay. Then we have DK Metcalf who fell off this season, 9.40. Brock Bowers with 8.95. Najee Harris, another running back that he wouldn't trade for some reason, 11.8. Then we had Tyler Bass with 6.0, and then the Steelers defense with 10.40. And that is Trav kicking Conrad's ass.
Trav had a great year, man. Trav
He had a
had
great year. He bounced back because didn't he lose three straight?
he bounced back and then he ripped away the first round bye from
From
Jalen and took the number 1 seed.
I was praying to the fantasy football guys that Jalen didn't end up with the first week bye. Like I need him to play every round of this playoffs so he can have a high chance of getting the fucking boot.
Well, thanks to the new rules that we had from last year, Trav's gonna get a nice little bonus for the top record and the most points. He had the most points by 1,000 with 2,045 points. Second place was Jalen with 1,914. So he killed everybody with that stack with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow.
Man. And I'm gonna give Jalen his credit. He did his thing this year. You feel me? He did his thing. I can't front on him. Second seed is a nice bounce back from last year, but still he needs to lose.
Why do you
I
want
don't
him to
want
lose
him,
so bad?
huh?
Why do you want him to lose so bad?
Because he has tried his hardest to torture me all season. I've
Yeah.
been ignoring him all season, all the dumb antics, all the words. But when I ask you to leave me alone and you don't, now I'm wishing bad on you.
Well, you see that last comment that he put on there?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't want him to dedicate shit to me. I don't want him to win.
You want to put that on? You want to put that on there?
Let me
I
try
don't
to
know.
do this again.
You got to put that on there.
I don't know why it's not letting me do anything. I can't put him on the stage.
I'm trying to also. It won't let me.
Let me see. See, this is why Mr. Smurf should have
Yeah.
just blacked out his camera and did it from there.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yes, Jalen, you do have to earn it. So, just for those that can't, uh, who can't really see the chat, Jalen decided to post that he will dedicate the championship to me as his big brother if he wins. And I'm gonna tell the great masses, I don't want him to win. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't want him to win. Not this year, at least. Next year, maybe, but not this year. All right. So, uh, we're still trying to figure this thing out. We're trying to post everybody's comments. We can't really see who's in here neither. So my bad, y'all. The commish being sick. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give him all the credit because he does all this back end work. I'm just on here talking my bullshit and doing what I do usually. I haven't been prepared for a while. He's been holding it down. He's been
Yeah.
holding it down. But now I see I got to do my thing. Alex, you're back.
I'm here. I'm here.
All right.
Elias is sending me something on to try to give me. I don't know. He's sending me
All right.
something so I can get the administrative. What do you call?
I got you. Control. All right. So
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go on to the next matchup.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Now we're going to go with, I guess, the saddest matchup of the week.
The game
Uh,
of the week. WEAK.
oh man, weak as in how strong Jalen is. Very weak. How Travis's ankles are very weak. Um, apparently how Elias's throat is very weak. It was just a terrible week for Kev, man. Kev and Chris. Chris, 41 points, bro. 41 points, bro. I think in honor of saving Kev because he's tried this year, I think we should just award Chris the Sacco. I don't know. Y'all post in the comments what y'all think. Should Chris by default get the Sacco Bowl trophy? But let's run down these matchups. Score was 56.12 to 41.03. Chris started Pat Mahomes with 15.20 points. Brees Hall, no points. He decided to leave him in the game even though he didn't play a snap. Um, Bijan, Brian Robinson was on a bye week. Didn't take him out the lineup. Uh, Lad McConkey didn't play last game. Uh, T. Higgins put up 4 points, 5-5. Uh, Hunter Henry was out bye week, still kept him in. Darnell Mooney put up 21-7. Evan McPherson, he's out for the season. And he left him in. He's on IR. And then the Jets defense gave him -0.42. Yeah, Chris. Uh, it was great having you in the league this year, but my vote is to get you out of here. I'm sorry. We need competitors, bro. We got other leagues you can play in. Get your practice in there, or try to focus a little more on that one that shows that you're willing to come back and do your thing. You know we put up change for this. Come on, man. You should have showed us something this year. With a record of 311, bro, it's not gonna cut it. I think the time is done. Uh Kev. Kev put up 56.12. Kirk Cousins put up 12.20. James Cook put up 490. Kareem Hunt only put up 415. George Pickens, he was actually out last week, put up no points. He still left him in. Uh, Nick Westbrook put up 3.15. Uh, yeah, bad showing. David and Juco actually put up a nice number for him at 17.45. David Moore put up 4.75. Jake Elliott, I don't know what the Eagles got going on over there. They struggling. He put up -0.50. And then the Buccaneers defense showed up and put up 10 points. Terrible, terrible matchup in this situation. This was horrible. Just straight horrible. You want to go ahead and do the next one, Alex, or you want me to keep going?
Who's next?
We have Elias. Elias versus Jeff.
All right. So Elias versus Jeff. Jeff wins 131.97 over Elias 120.82. It was a very important matchup because Jeff had to win and have Marcus lose, or he had to make up about a 40 something point difference. But he couldn't because Marcus came through with a 126 for the week. So unfortunately, Jeff got bumped out of the playoffs.
Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. You here with me. You here with me, Jeff.
Jeff had a pretty he put on a pretty good effort towards the end of the season because he was what in 10th place for a while.
Yeah, he was.
So he had Tua with 30.85 point effort. Devon Achane with 19.65. Jalen Warren, 9.95. Tyreek, that I traded over to him with 29.85. DJ Moore, 11.65. Jake Ferguson with 6.45. Marvin Harrison Jr. with 9.65. Cade Mc, uh, Chase McLaughlin with 4. And Minnesota defense with 9.92. So he put up 131. And then he had Elias over with starting Will Levis with 5.7. Kyron with 24.7. Isaac Garendo, who he put up 70 waiver dollars for with 27.55. I don't know if he's
Yeah, I
starting him
only put
tonight.
up $5. I didn't think
Yeah,
nobody was gonna go
yeah.
for him.
He had nothing now. Jaden Reed with a big nothing.
A Homer Simpson, a
Jeez,
donut.
a big bagel, bro. CD Lamb, 22.15. I don't know if he's going to start him this week. TJ Hawkinson, 9.25. Devontae Smith, 13.95. Boswell with 11.4. And the Chargers defense with 6.12.
Man, all Elias had to do was start Garrett Wilson, and he would have took another dub.
A lot of moving parts this week, man. Everybody could have gone up and down. It was a really interesting week because that's what I put in the chat. Everybody could have gone up and down in seedings based on winning and losing and how many points you put up.
Literally I think everybody was within 100 points of each other.
It was really close,
Because
man.
even last week when my points was read, I was within 80 points. No, I was within 115 points of Marcus.
Yeah. Yeah. You
So
needed a big week in the last 2 weeks to get within there, but you needed that win. That
he
win was
did.
huge.
hmm Uh, who's the next matchup we haven't gone over? Do you want to go ahead and do Jalen's matchup with Marcus?
Jalen versus Marcus. The same matchup again this week. So Jalen looking for revenge. But Marcus took him down. Jalen said he was not worried at all. He said in his comment that donut from Reed was absolutely nuts. Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's going to start him again, Jalen.
Highly doubt it.
Marcus taking down Jalen 126 to 110. Justin Herbert, 14.85. He's not going to start him again this week because you're going to have Lamar Jackson going for him. 14.85. Tyrone Tracy, I don't know if he's going to put up 19.8 this week against the Ravens, but we'll see. Nick Chubb, 5.3 points. Not great. Adam Thielen, what a great pickup, 20.95. Jordan Addison balled out, 40 points.
Man,
Noah
I traded
Fant,
him away.
not one of your better ones, Pat. 5.3 points for Noah Fant. MVS, 9.6. Jake Moody, 7.3. And the Green Bay defense with 3 points. So he did just enough to get by with 126. To the other side with Jalen, Kyler Murray with 22 points against that Seattle defense. Saquon didn't put up a great week, but he put up 15.9. Mara, 13.9. How's he going to do without Derek Carr as his quarterback anymore? I don't even know who they're going to put out there.
Uh, well, I know Tyson Hill is still hurt.
Yep.
Um, who do they have there?
Is it going to be the what's that dude again?
I know they picked up somebody during the off season. Who was it that they picked
There's
up?
a rookie who was playing, and he was awful
Man,
when
it's
Derek Carr went
just
down.
man. They should have. You know what they should have did? Just for backup, they could have came and talked to the Giants about Mr. Scrub Jones, but no.
Spencer Rattler
Whew.
and Jake Hayner is the other guy that they might from Fresno State. Oh God, good luck. Okay, so I'm on Ross St. Brown with 11 points. Mike Evans, 11.4. Sam Laporta also with 11.4. Bucky Irving, 3 points. Nick Folk with 8.5, and New Orleans defense with 12.94.
Was
Um, Not great for Jalen. If he had put in Devontae Adams, he wins the week, but I don't blame him for putting Bucky Irving, despite me talking a lot of shit in the group chat.
now
Uh, he's got a very deep team, and I think, especially with my playoff preview, I think Jalen's got a very good chance to beat Marcus, but Marcus's team, he's got three guys going against the Giants defense this week. So
which we know they're gonna put up numbers.
absolutely.
My concern for Jalen, and this is not me being a hater and me wanting him to lose his actual podcast facts is Alvin Kamara, Mike Evans, and Bucky are all questionable for this week.
Hmm.
God forbid two of them don't play.
He's got the guys to back it up though, because he could easily just put in Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers and Rico Dowdle. Dowdle's going against who? Carolina this week.
True, but Carolina's defense has been kind of getting itself back in order, just like the Vikings defense. And I know none of them faced the Vikings this week, but it's them being questionable until is there is no question mark there. I think he should still be somewhat concerned. And if even though he does have those guys in that, Devontae Adams, he might not hit every week. The Jets
Hmm.
aren't that good. Dallas aren't they just aren't that they just not that good. Uh the Raiders aren't that good. So if you shut any of them guys down while them other three is out, boy, it's gonna be a tough matchup for him.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's healthy this playoffs. I'm gonna be honest. Every player is healthy, so every team has the same advantage. But Jalen, I still want you to lose, bro.
I
Have to throw
mean,
it in there.
Marcus put up 126 and he had three players that were out. Four players. He had Lamar Jackson, Terry McLaurin, Zay Flowers, and Mark Andrews all out. And if he puts those four guys in and he still has these guys ball out, I mean, I know Addison, they're playing the Bears defense and they can still put up numbers at home
Now,
inside the dome.
you're our numbers guy. Do you know how many was Marcus in the top five in scoring?
No, he was not.
He was not. Okay, okay. So
No,
Jalen has that advantage on him because if they were
absolutely.
both in the top five, then that would be a little troubling. But once
No.
again, Marcus did get his team right towards the middle of the season, and
Well, Marcus has the advantage of having a very good matchup with the Ravens versus the Giants defense this week. And
Lamar gonna cook them boys.
they're going to cook them. They're going to cook them. They're probably going to put up 35, 40 points on the Giants. And either it's going to be Lamar, if it's Lamar throwing it to Andrews for a couple of touchdowns or Zay Flowers, it's going to be double trouble for
Now,
Jalen.
the only thing that can kind of deter Marcus from getting that ultimate points with the Giants is if they just go straight run game.
And that's where I come in with Derrick
And
Henry.
that's where you come in. Because the Giants defense, once you take Dex out of there, Dex is not going Henry's not going to keep running up the middle because he knows Dex is there. They're going to make him bounce it outside and hit one of those gaps outside, and he's going to take the fuck off. And ain't nobody on that side of the defense strong enough to put down Derrick Henry by himself. So I see him averaging at least 15 yards a carry, unfortunately. So, Marcus, pray to
Marcus
the
just joined the
gods
chat too. Marcus just
that
joined
they
in.
throw the ball and not run the ball because Derrick Henry hasn't looked like himself the last couple of weeks. So, yo, Jalen, he's saying you done.
Rookie of the year coming in.
Okay, okay. But let's get up to the next matchup so we can kind of get into the rest that I know Alex wanted to bring up and talk about. I'm gonna go with my matchup, and I'm gonna let you do yours for last.
Go ahead.
I went up against the taco of our league, my man Gonzo. Um, I beat Gonzo 168.84 to 148.85 almost 20 points even. Almost 20 points even. Um, we gonna start with him. Jared Goff puts up 29.85. Aaron Jones puts up 16.90. Jameer Gibbs, which is Sonic. Thank you, Jalen, for the correction. Which is Sonic. David Montgomery is actually Knuckles, y'all. Uh, but he put up 20.05. Cooper Cup put up 20.95. Brian Thomas, the rookie, put up 1760. George Kittle, he put up 2260. Uh, DeAndre Hopkins put up 13.20. Uh, Dicker the kicker put up 5.70, and the Lions defense put up 2 points, which totaled up to 148.85. On the winning side, the heavyweight champ of the world sitting at a proud 6-8. I'm proud of my 6-8, man. Proud of it. Matthew Stafford put up 28 even. Uh, Chuba Chuba Herbert put up 2170. I don't know why I picked up Jerome Ford. I had no choice because Mr. Man is out. 820. Puka put up 43.80. Held it down for the last couple weeks. I appreciate you, Puka. I'm glad I didn't trade you. I stuck by you, my boy, even through the injury. Malik Neighborhood put up 15.65. Uh, Pat Fairmouth put up 14.5. Cade Otten put up 10.50. My man Matthew Wright came through for your boy, put up 17-10, and then the Bengals defense put up 984. It was a great dub to end the season. I needed this to end on a high note. I know I'm going to possibly pay for the Sacco, but I'm not worried about it. Um, I'm in good hopes. You feel me? I think it's gonna be Chris this year. We're not gonna get the specialty of the third term. I know I got that in my title. Uh Kev, you ain't gonna have to do the lick. You ain't gonna have to do the lick, my boy. But if Chris just so happens to win this week and you end up going to that, ooh, it's gonna be bad, boy. It's gonna be bad. But go ahead, Alex, you got it.
All right, so the last matchup between myself and Drew, I took it 168 to 131. Uh, I'd like to remind everybody that I came back from 2-5 all the way up to 8-6 because my team was full of horse, and it was, you know, wow. Jeff's still making moves, man. He's not going without a fight. Just letting you know, he picked me up as a kicker, Young Wei Koo. Just as a quick note, but so do we go winners first or losers first?
Losers
Go
first, yeah.
losers first. Okay. So Drew had Jalen Hurts as his quarterback go 24.3 points. Bijan tried to trade for him every week, I think.
I tried the
21.1
same thing.
points. Oh my
Tried
God,
the
dude.
same thing.
Drew's just the busiest sheriff in all of Nashville. Tony Pollard, 16.4 points. Jerry Jeudy, 17.65. One of the hottest wide receivers towards the end of the year.
Man,
Mari
I dropped
Cooper,
them too, man.
16.7. Jalen letting you know that too. Travis Kelce with 10.25. Pacheco, 9.1. Sanders, 16.7. And the Arizona defense took away some of his points with negative 0.58. And onto the winner's side, Josh Allen putting up absolute bomb of a week, 61.3 points,
Yo, Alex,
six TDs.
Alex, before you continue,
Yes, sir.
in the other league that I'm in, um, it's three of us left in the gulag, right?
Uh-huh. Are you talking about the Guillotine League? Yep.
Guillotine League, yeah. So I just so happened to play Josh Allen this week. Going into half, He had 6.4 points. And at the time I was on meds, so I decided to go to sleep,
Of
to
course.
wake up to a booming 60 plus point score on my phone. I almost cracked my screen. I almost threw the goddamn phone out the window. Man, that boy balled out. I was so hot, man. But go ahead, man.
I'm so sorry, dude.
Ah,
I mean, they put up a combined 86 points between the two of them. I don't know if he
and,
can do it again this week. It's going to be another shootout between the Bills and the Lions. I don't know how many points they're going to put up, but
man, the Lions defense been playing bad.
yeah, it's going to be like that again, I think. They score a lot of points in the dome. Zach Charbonnet with 39.3 points. I don't know if he's going to start again. They keep doing tests on Kenneth Walker's calf, and Charbonnet's been balling out every time he gets a start.
Man,
Amir
I've been trying to
Abdullah,
trade for him all year, man. All
I
year. I've been
need
trying to-
that was one of the biggest moves that I made was getting Charbonnet with Kenneth Walker. Every time I made the trade with Jeff, I said I need Charbonnet with Kenneth Walker. I'm not making a trade without him.
Man, he was playing hardball. He didn't want to give up nobody. I said, you know what, Jeff, I give up on you. And then the next week, I see the trade. I said, wow.
I gave up a lot for him. I'll admit it. I mean, I gave up Terry McLaurin and J.K. Dobbins at the time, and that was a lot for me.
It was, and I was mad. I should have pulled the trigger on a few, but it was just I felt like he was asking for too much.
It was a
So,
lot. I mean, I admit I definitely lost the trade in terms of value. In retrospect, when J.K. Dobbins went down, of course, it looks worse, but I got lucky. Amir Abdullah, who they said was going to start, got one carry and one catch for -3 yards, got me zero point 0.8 points. Thank you. AJ Brown, who now has a fractured relationship with Jalen Hurts, 4 catches for 43 yards. Khalil Shakir, 5 catches for 106 yards and a touchdown for 22 points. Trey McBride, 15 points, can never get a touchdown ever. JSN, thank you, Pat, 20.3 points, my biggest acquisition of the year.
yo,
And
I had all
I,
three of those receivers.
yes, he did.
All three of those. Yo, the league is full of all of my players that I started with. I just I spread them out like ass cheeks. just set them everywhere. At this point, it was a tough year. Yeah. It was a very tough year. I try to figure it out.
Hold on. What did Trav say? The Asian would mention about?
Yo, did you
I couldn't read it. I couldn't read it. It was in widescreen.
the chink went chinkier. I've never
Okay, now I see it.
seen
I mean,
those.
I would have had the high this week if I put Brandon Aubrey into my lineup, but it's okay.
You would have had the high.
Yeah.
All right. Let me read to y'all what Jalen just put. I'm gonna address it, I guess, again. Um, he said, "Is it just now starting to hit you that you should have maybe tried to listen to me?" Fuck no. All right, let's go back to the one before that. He said, "I'm just now starting to realize that I made a bunch of dumbass moves all year." Jalen, none of my moves was stupid. I traded for the hot hand at the moment. I needed a running back from the jump. I tried to make my trades for that. That didn't work. So I had to move play pieces. Jalen, this is almost what you did a couple years ago, trying to trade everyone away that was having a bad game. I was waiting weeks in advance before trading somebody away that was having a bad week. You know how long I tried to trade JSN, and it just so happened that when he was getting hot, and I thought DK was going to come back and continue his role, is the time I gave him up. Every move that I made was strategic. You might not see it, but unlike you, I actually pay attention to what my players do on a week-to-week basis, what their teammates is doing on a week-to-week basis. You got to remember, JSN was not the number two receiver at one point. He was not the number one receiver. He always started off as the fourth or the third option on that offense. Tyler Lockett playing like shit all year. He moves up to second. All right, I went to acquire JSN because I didn't draft him. I acquired him once he moved up to second. When DK got hurt, he went to number one. Guess who I started at that point? JSN. When DK came back, that's when I traded him to Alex. Why? Because I figured DK was going to get all the touches again. That was the mistake. Right. But once again, I'm paying attention to what they got going on. Fuck what you're talking about, Jalen. I have the reasons. I have my reasons for doing those trades, and some of them worked out. Some weeks it didn't work out. Point blank, bro. I'm not gonna respond to any more of your nonsense. Now, let's put him on timeout. Oh, you lucky it's not working, cause I'll put you in. I'll put you in the corner. But yep,
So you're the former champ, Pat. You're the reigning champ, but unfortunately you didn't make the playoffs this year. And you're still waiting on receiving your
trophy.
championship trophy, which, I don't know where it's at. It's gathering dust somewhere. And you deserve it. You deserve to be showing it off and looking at it each and every day.
Whoever wins this year, I'm gonna be honest. I'm keeping the trophy for the first 4 weeks, and then I'll
Yeah,
mail it to you guys.
I'll let you
Because
keep it for a while. I'll let you keep it for a while.
I thank you, Alex. I just need it because it's not fair. I've been asking for the trophy all year. Me and Elias were supposed to talk about it. Every time we get on the phone, we talk about something completely different. So I'm gonna blame myself as well. But still, as the commissioner, as the commissioner, he needs to he needs to do his due diligence and send me my trophy. My name is on there or not. You can add my name later. Just send me my trophy. But I'll figure that out with him later.
At first glance, who do you think had the best season? Who had the best performance this year?
Jalen.
Jalen, you think he had the best performance?
Yeah. Jalen
Even
had the
over
best.
Trav?
Huh?
Over Trav? You think so?
Because it's because he started hot from the jump.
Hmm.
Trav got hot towards probably like
You think it's only because Trav had two main players that really got him over?
that got him over. Yeah. So, but Jalen drafted a great team. I never opposed that. It's
Okay.
just the method that he drafted the team, which we all know the madness behind that, and then all the bullshit that he talked all year after taking my way to the championship and how I've been doing shit. But Jalen, I don't can where Elias at? Because Elias should be watching this pad, controlling from the back. Shut this man up. But yeah, I think Jalen had he had a great season. He faltered at the end, but once again, I give it to him just because that roster he created was decent, was
Well,
great.
that's why I said he has the most improved team. He has the most improved roster. Most improved general manager, I think, is the best way to put it. From the way he was last year, I think he has from start to finish this regular season, and his draft strategy has just been. Um, I don't know if it's unique, but
It is
he's done
unique.
such a
I
great
created
job.
it. I created it. I created it. Yo, there's one thing that could silence this whole thing down, right? And I've been asking Elias to pull it up for since the beginning of the season, right? Take my last 4 draft years, print it out, then take Jalen's last couple years, print it out, and then compare his draft year of this year compared to his other ones, and then compare the new one from this year to mine. And you're gonna see so much similarity. And it's funny that Jalen won't talk about that conversation that we had.
What
That
what
we
is
had.
this? What is the strategy? Give me a small
So my
gist of
strategy
what his
has
strategy
always
is.
been, right? My first 3 rounds, I go running back, receiver, 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 running back, receiver. That's just always been my first 3 picks. This year I decided to go different. I went 3 receivers straight, and then
Mhm.
went for my running back in the fourth. Not only that, I told Jalen where I like to pick my draft picks. I've never drafted at the end. I've never drafted at the beginning. I've always drafted between the fifth and the eighth round. Jalen likes to pick the top 4 rounds. He's always been like that since he got in the league. Out of
I
the
see.
blue, you decide after the conversation we had that you want to draft in the sixth spot right before me.
Okay.
Come on, bro. And then you
Hmm.
drafted the same, almost the same order that I gave you. And I even told Jalen, I don't draft the quarterback to the fifth or the sixth round. He did almost the same exact shit. He had my rundown. We had the conversation. We talked for about 30 minutes on the phone. I should have recorded it, but I don't do that. I'm not Drew. I'm not an FBI agent. I'm not.
Interesting. Okay.
But I need Elias to pull up those drafts.
Well, I'm not here to judge, but all right. So since you're not in the playoffs and you're not going to be biased, taking into account Trav's going to be getting the first round bye, who's going to win the championship in your eyes?
It's between Trav, Jalen, and you.
Okay.
Like y'all have the strongest. If AJ Brown could get his shit together with Jalen Hurts, that puts you over the edge, and that would actually hurt Saquon in a way because now more touches is going to the receivers. Um, it really depends on these players, but I think it's between y'all three.
Okay.
And,
So let's
and
let's get into the first matchup then. Let's go take Jalen versus Marcus. Let's get into that matchup. If you want to bring it up on your screen.
yeah, let me do that now. So with that matchup,
On that matchup, Sleeper has it projection wise 130 to 113. On my analytics, I gave it a 14 and a half point spread. If you took it as a 14 and a half point spread, I gave Jalen a 65% chance of winning and Marcus a 35% chance of winning. Who do you have winning this straight up?
yo,
Sounds like you think it's closer than it looks.
it's closer than I look because of all the variables that's behind it. Three guys could not be playing. They backups could be shut down easily.
Hmm.
Marcus is pretty much the Ravens is playing the Giants. That's who his whole team is. It's just the Giants. Is the Giants, man. So
Well,
it's just I see it 45-55.
okay. Jalen, give me a score prediction in the comments. And Marcus, if you're in here, I want to hear the same thing.
I'm gonna give it
I'll give you
if
guys
everyone
a
is
minute.
healthy, 45 Marcus, 55 Jalen. If
Okay.
everyone is healthy.
I gave a score in there. I said Jalen is going to be up, and by the time the last two players that Marcus has going into Monday night is going to be Sincere McCormick and Jordan Addison. It's going to be really close, but Jalen's going to advance 147, 139.
156, 132. It's over. It's close to 25. So is it an ass whooping?
That's, I would say that is. I think 20 plus is a pretty good ass whooping.
I'm gonna say this might be a high scoring game. I
I
might
think so.
go. I might go 186,
Wow. Wow.
170,
186.
186, 171. Going Jalen. I
We got to
think
write
Jalen.
this shit down.
I think they put up numbers this week.
I need a notepad. I need something to write this down.
Write that down. If Jalen's
Somebody
team
write
is
this down.
healthy, 186.
Oh my God.
If Marcus, if the Ravens throw the ball, 171.
I gotta write this down in the chat.
Yo, Jalen, I hate you and I hope you lose in the playoffs, but don't let me down. 186, my boy. That's what I need from you.
186 to one.
71. Now,
Oh my God.
Elias isn't here. but you are one of the conference leaders. Can I ask y'all for this favor? Y'all know what I have to go through soon, all right? So, if I so happen to hit it the nail on the head, can I get an additional 750 points added to my conference
I don't think
just
that's
to
going to be
make it
enough.
look good?
I don't think that's even enough.
It's not, but it gets me closer. Like, just add something to my points. Like, I can't be down like this. I can't. This is terrible. I gotta walk around with a purple beard for 2 weeks. You feel me? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I gotta wear that purple, man. Shit. I'm gonna look crazy at work for 2 weeks, guys.
I mean, Drew would love it as a
I bet he
Vikings fan.
would. My job would love it too, because their logo is purple.
There you go.
Man,
All right, all right. So you think Jalen's going to take it 186 to 171? I don't know how it's going to get to that point. There's going to be a lot of high scoring. You would think Saquon, Kamara. There's going to be a lot of high scoring and for St. Brown and Laporta. And then you're saying that I don't know. You're saying that the Ravens are going to probably score 80 on the Giants.
the way I look at it, right, Alvin Kamara with Derek Derek Carr being out, they gotta
Yeah,
give him the ball. They're not gonna keep it in neither of those quarterbacks' hands. They got to get the ball out quick. So it's going to be a lot of check downs and a lot of run. So whoever Alvin, that first string running back, Alvin, and that second string is going to get the ball a lot. Yo, all right. So Saquon, apparently, if Jalen and AJ don't get it right, Saquon is running through Pittsburgh. I know their defense is kind
Saquon,
of tough, but
33 carries. All right, sounds good.
man, they could both put up 35 easily.
They can. I agree with you. 186 is wild, but okay. Yeah,
I'm gunning for it. I'm gonna do it this
why
this.
not? Why not? I mean, okay. All right, all right. You give so you give him a 45% chance though.
I gave Marcus the 45.
Yeah, you gave Marcus 45% chance of taking
I
this.
gave Jalen 55.
All right.
Second matchup, Professor Egghead Sore Throat versus Cathless
It's a
versus
good matchup.
Conrad.
It's a really
What's
close
the
matchup.
percentage there? What you got there?
So, what I wrote in my little write up here, this is the closest matchup we have. This is the one that I had 55-45. And I had Elias getting the 55% chance with a 5.5 point spread in Elias's favor. However, if Conrad's watching this, I think Conrad can make some changes to his lineup, as can Elias. And I think whatever changes they make to their lineup are what are going to determine who wins this week. And I don't know if you agree with me here, but I don't know if I want Calvin Ridley playing over Jawan Jennings tonight.
Yeah, I don't think I want him.
I
I
don't know if
don't.
I want Justin Tucker being on the bench instead of Bates because I think they're going to be going for it on fourth down against Buffalo instead of kicking the field goals.
Of course.
Just me. And then if I'm Elias, I don't know if I want to put in Guerrero tonight because he's kind of hurt instead of Garrett Wilson playing against Jacksonville.
And do we trust CD Lamb yet?
That's another question.
Because 2 weeks ago, watching the game, I saw a lot of this catch, drop.
Hmm.
So this
One of
matchup
them
is
is going to
real
be out,
close.
and they're going to
This,
be thinking about it after the game. Should I
this
put in
matchup
this
to me
player?
is 49-51. I'm about to take your lighter. This motherfucker took my shit. Um,
Would you have Kincaid or TJ Hawkinson as your tight end in there?
I, I would have TJ.
Hawkinson versus Chicago or Kincaid versus Detroit?
Well, Detroit's defense is playing terrible, but that's really the secondary, not the front seven.
Okay.
Um, I don't. A lot of linebackers is going to be lined up with Kincaid, and they know that they got to lock him up specifically because that is going to be Jalen. That's going to be Josh's. That's going to be his hot route.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, TJ going against Chicago's front seven is terrible. Their secondary is good, but the front seven is bad. But it's TJ Hawkinson. Like we know him more of a pass catcher. Kincaid could do both, but TJ's gonna get that ball before him if they were on the same team. So I would go TJ. I would go with TJ. TJ's been hot since he came back.
It's close for me. I agree. I agree with you there. I would keep TJ in there, but it's going to be close.
My only
Um,
questions for both team is for Elias is CD Lamb, and then like you said, Calvin Ridley. They going
Elias made
against
that trade.
Cincinnati. They going against Cincinnati.
Who is? I'm sorry.
Uh, Calvin,
That's true.
and
That's
they've
true
been
too.
giving up as much points as they've been putting up. They've been giving up almost the same amount. That's why they've been losing.
Yeah, but I mean, the Rams just gave up 42 points to the Bills.
But we know who the Bills are. We know who the Bills are. Um, and the Rams defense isn't what
Cincinnati's is, yeah,
Detroit's defense front seven is. The
that's true. If Jennings puts up 40 tonight, Conrad's going to be
pissed, but he definitely needs to take out Jake, uh,
and put in Tucker.
and put in Tucker. Do you trust Drake London versus the Raiders?
I would trust Jake London. Absolutely. Drake London and Justin Jefferson are mainstays in that lineup, no matter what. For me, those two are top 12 wide receivers. Drake London has been getting red zone looks all year, and he'll continue to do so with Kirk Cousins as his quarterback.
Yeah, but he hasn't delivered all year. Like it's been the last couple of weeks has been he it hasn't been when you had him. When you had him, he was going bonkers.
Surprisingly enough, he's wide receiver number 8 overall this year.
And that's but look who the people who fell off. CeeDee Lamb fell off. Nick Collins was hurt for a while. Puka was hurt for a long time. Um, AJ was hurt for a bit. All these other players was hurt. DK was hurt. So of course I see why he jumped from I think he was top 15 at the beginning of the year or top 20 to the top 8. I can
Yeah.
see it. But the last couple of weeks, me this is the bad thing about living in Atlanta, right?
Hmm.
Not only does everyone hate the Giants and the Giants are playing terrible, but it's nothing but fucking Falcon fans around me. So I gotta hear about the people complain and be happy about the same time every week. Hearing my hearing my customers complain about Drake London the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it's been like, damn, he's been playing that bad. And then when I go back and I look at the stats, I'm like, it's just they're keying up on that Atlanta offense now. It's not him. It's not um it's not the quarterback. It's just teams are now smartening up. It's the second half of the season. I didn't expect him to put up 23 every game, but sometimes putting up 11 ain't good enough. At least put up 15, bro, 16. But he's having that bounce up and down at the end of the season like most receivers do.
Okay. So now that you've seen all the players on the team as they currently have it, who's winning?
Elias.
What's the percentage
Elias. 51-49.
and what's the score?
I'm gonna give it 125 to 122.
Close.
Close. And I think another key to this matchup is going to be the quarterbacks Bo Nix has been playing great. Geno is coming. That Seahawks offense is coming into what they were before, but Seahawks is going against Green Bay.
Now you have
That's a
them
tough matchup.
scoring way less than what Marcus and Jalen are going to be scoring.
I was considering 118, 115, but I'm like,
Really?
yeah, but I was like, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt of the one. I think they can crack 120.
You really think they have bad matchups this week and that their players are not going to come through?
Geno going Seahawks, Green Bay.
Hmm.
That's a
Okay.
tough one.
No, I hear you.
That's a very tough one. If he keeps Calvin in, Calvin could do numbers against Cincinnati.
Yes,
But
sir.
if he decides to go somewhere else with it, could be bad for him.
I could be wrong. Maybe Jennings is not the right place to go, but I think Juwan, I think Jennings is the right play
I say go Jennings just because he is going against the Rams.
instead of Ridley. I think Ridley is too volatile, but that it's too tight of a matchup to possibly get a single digit performance out of Ridley.
And and I think he should change his defense
Yeah, I think so too.
because the Eagles, of course, they've been having their issues.
Oh wait,
So
again them against Pittsburgh? No, I would keep the Eagles in there.
you should. Russ and them boys been playing ball.
No, Eagles are playing at home.
So Jalen has Elias squeezing it out. Jalen, I had to say
Sounds wrong, man.
it.
That sounds wrong. Squeezing
Jalen
it out.
says, and I quote, got Elias squeezing it out against Conrad, 134.5 to 133.7.
I
That's a
have Conrad
margin.
advancing. I have Conrad winning 140 to 136.
But you see, you have the biggest gap. Pause. No homo between all of us. Jalen
But
has Jalen has Elias winning by point 0.9, point 0.8 points. That's a close one. That's squeezing it out for real. Squeezing it out for real. But let's go to the last matchup of the playoff bracket that actually matters. I'm gonna go first because it is your matchup, and then I'll hear what the numbers that you versus Taco, you versus Gonzo. Um,
I'm excited.
right now, you have the edge right now. This is probably the most landslide of all the matchups for the
Really.
championship. I give Gonzo got 40 to 60. 40 to 60. Yeah. 40% Gonzo might win. 60 you're probably gonna win. It all depends on what Jared does against Buffalo's defense. They are at home, which gives them an advantage, but Buffalo isn't playing in the snow. So they have damn near the same advantage as you, except for that crowd. And God knows if these Buffalo Bill fans, I highly doubt they don't fly out. Like I think these Bill fans are gonna fly out just to go see that high scoring game.
It's going to
So
be a great matchup because it could be a Super Bowl preview.
it could be, definitely could be. Um, Aaron Jones, he's gonna play. I don't think he's gonna be out. I know he's questionable, but he's going against Chicago's defense. Jameer Gibbs is at home. He's gonna run it up. If
Hmm.
he if Brian gets lucky enough that it's Jameer Gibbs' night,
Yep.
like the last matchup, last game they played, they both went off. David
Yep.
had 20. I think Jameer had 19. Um, I'm back. Jameer had 19. So as long as Jameer could get the same amount of touches and put up the same numbers as before, he should be good. I don't know about Brian Thomas. He's a rookie. I don't trust rookies, but I don't. But it's playoff week. He's going against you.
He's got
If he
Mac
had a
Jones
better
throwing to him.
option, I don't think he has another option to go with, but
He's got DeAndre Hopkins in there. Keenan Allen, maybe.
probably Keenan Allen. But He is going against Minnesota, and they have a weak secondary, so he can go either way. But I don't think it's going to be enough.
I would stick with Brian Thomas. He's been putting up 3 good weeks, even with Mac Jones.
All right.
I have Brian Thomas in another league. I'm probably sticking with Brian Thomas in this case.
Now, your situation, running back, is Kenneth going to be back for sure?
I'm hoping that they just tell me one of them is out and that the other one is starting because my worst case scenario is that both of them play. Because if they do that bullshit, then I have to pick one.
Which sucks, which is going to suck.
And I'm
What you
absolutely
going to do
fucked
about AJ?
because then they're going to be going half and half. I'm not too worried about AJ, honestly, with you. 12.94 is what they're projecting on Sleeper. I think he's going to go way past that. And if he gets a touchdown, even better. I think Hurts is going to be actually looking for him to make sure that he um, fixes the
The
relationship
issue.
between them. Yeah.
He got to. They paid that man. They
No,
paid him.
I think, you know, if they get up by a couple of scores, I think he's going to be looking for AJ to make sure that I think there was a one play in the beginning of last game where AJ could have gone for like 40, 50 yards and he didn't find him. But AJ's been going for yardage, but he just hasn't gotten the touchdowns. And he's just not putting up the numbers that we're used to seeing from him. But I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about him putting up too much numbers.
I think you another thing that's gonna definitely help your team is that defense you got.
I picked him up last week. I look forward to this week. I've been preparing for the fantasy playoffs once I knew that I was in.
I tried to pick him up last week, but I woke up late. I woke up late. I tried. Um, I don't have a defense for this week. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to stick with what I got, which is not the best. But hey, yeah, I think your defense is gonna put up 39 points.
Pat, there is a possibility that you get both trophies. I don't know if you understand that.
I don't want both trophies, and I'm not gonna end up with both trophies. Kev, Chris, continue doing what y'all doing. Okay,
I don't think you've grasped that situation yet.
I don't want
It
no
can
parts of it.
happen.
I don't want no parts of it.
We could ship them both at the same time, so you could
No, we
just
don't. We don't need to do
have
that.
one here and then just lick at the same.
It's been too many people. First of all, this is gonna sound crazy, right? So pause this. First of all, there's been too many lips on that thing. Jalen's lips been on it. Lips been on it twice. I don't want my lips on that thing. That's not what I want. um, yeah, that's not in my that's not in my future, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. This I'm still in playoff mode in my head. I'm still going for the championship the right way, even though I'm not in that bracket. I'm not kissing no Sacco. I'm sorry.
I want to pick up Dallas defense then, playing Carolina.
Yo, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta
I hear you, man. I hear you.
do. And that was
You're already a champ. You're already a champ. Just
that's all
don't.
that matters. And I picked up the Bengals defense instead. I said I hope that they can
Bengals
do something.
defense,
Yeah.
Cincinnati. What are you
Because I
nuts?
figured that, Will Levis ain't going if they could just hit him more, he'll give up some balls. Like he'll give up some interceptions.
Maybe
There was
Jalen was
nobody
right.
really else out there.
Jeez, you all right? You okay?
No, I'll figure it out by tonight. I'll figure it out.
Okay. All right. All right. So if you were me, would you start anybody else? Maybe Josh Downs, Debo Samuel instead of Shakir, or am I
No,
sticking with the lineup?
you sticking with Shakir. You want to stick with Shakir. You want that's a no questions asked. Like
Yeah.
JSN Shakir, stay in the lineup. they,
Yeah.
those are my guys. If they win, if you win and they win, I win.
Jalen's already dedicating the championship to you, bro.
Yeah, he's not winning it this year. He's not.
So what's your prediction for the score for this matchup?
For your matchup, I got it 145 to 128.
145, 128.
Mm-hmm. I think Jason is gonna have a great game. I think Shakir is gonna have a great game. If they give Derrick Henry, they're gonna give him the ball, bro. They're gonna give him the ball. Like Derrick Henry is probably gonna have 115 yards, two tutties. Lamar's probably gonna throw for over 300 yards, two tutties. Zay Flowers is probably gonna have 80 plus yards, one tutty. Uh, uh, um, uh, Mark Andrews is probably gonna have 80 plus yards, most likely two tutties. Yeah, man, you're gonna be good. So it's just that Kenneth Walker and Zach. That's the only question mark. And I hope Jalen heard his receiver. You should be good. I think you should be straight. It boils down to your quarterbacks.
I think so. Those are the X factors. Those are everything that I wrote down in my playoff preview. Also, Jalen, I know you're watching because he just picked up the Dallas defense, and Patty's trying to make sure that you get that set.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. I'll pick up Carolina's defense. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I can even pick up the Texans defense. They're going against Miami. Tyreek Hill ain't doing shit. Tua might get another concussion. Start throwing up gang signs again. I'm not worried about it.
Okay, okay.
So what you got for yours? What you got your own prediction?
My prediction is I'm taking this one 157 to 134 in this one. Um, Jalen advancing 147 to 139. Conrad winning 140 to 136. And yeah, me 157, 134. So
So let me respond to Jalen's comment. I'm gonna read y'all what he wrote. Y'all gassing the Ravens offense way too much for my liking right now. Jalen, it's not about, and this is how I know you don't know what I did with my team all year round. Because once again, it's not the Ravens offense that I'm rooting for or saying that they just immaculate. Is the Giants organization that is fucking horrible. It's like going against the Panthers. It's like going against Dallas's defense. It's like going against Cincinnati's defense. These are bad teams defensively. That's a high scoring offense. They've showed it all year round. Just like the Bills have showed it all year round. Just like the Eagles were doing at the beginning of the year. Bro, they just offensive juggernauts this year. Every team is there's teams that's just that make, and then they have to go against scrubs like my Giants. Of course they're gonna put up numbers. It's just logical sense. I don't see the Giants keeping the Ravens to 21 points or less. I don't see that. I see the Ravens put up 43 plus on the Giants.
yeah,
That's what I see.
there's no way DeVito's because it's Tommy Cutler's back in a quarterback, and they're not going to have the ball for very long. I don't see them putting up a lot of offense or putting up long drives. So the Ravens are going to have their way. They're going to be able to do whatever they want. Um, I mean, the best scenario really is that the Ravens go up by so much that they put in their backups in the fourth quarter.
And you you know who's gonna be in attendance at this Giants game?
Who's that?
The the brown paper bags. They will. I guarantee you that the brown paper bags will be in attendance.
They'll just be reusing the ones from the Jet game.
That's it.
That's it. They'll be recycling. That's the only good thing about MetLife Stadium is that they'll be recycling the same paper bags.
There's nothing good about MetLife. It's on a swamp. It smells.
Oh, it's
Uh,
awful, man.
the team stinks. The owners don't know what the hell they're doing. The GM should be fired for the decision that he made about paying this man this all his money to then release him. This is money you could have gave Saquon. You franchise tag Saquon to keep this man that you just that asked to be released.
Yep.
Come on, bro. I'm not gloating about the Ravens. I'm dismantling the Giants because they have to be dismantled. That's it. That's it. But now that we done talked about the playoffs, who do you think? And I know it's kind of biased to ask you because you're probably gonna pick yourself. But if you were to be kicked off the playoffs first round,
Hmm.
who's your champion? Or who's the future champion of the league, in your opinion?
So if I base that on the same matchups that I picked, so if I still have Jalen winning and Conrad winning, but Brian advancing, right?
Yes.
So that would mean in the next round, Trav would face Brian
Ryan.
and Jalen would face Conrad
Mm-hmm.
based on those matchups because it would then be 1 versus 6 and 2 versus 5.
Yep.
Okay. So I think that Trav would face Brian. And let me think, would Trav be able to beat Brian? I think it would actually be a pretty close game, to be honest with you, because I don't know what Cincinnati's going to look like in the next week. Give me 1 second to look at what that that schedule is like for Cincinnati, because they're starting to give up. They might give up that following week.
They are starting to give up. They definitely are.
They're
Uh,
playing against Cleveland. They might
now,
they might kill them.
yeah, that's a rivalry game, so they're gonna show up.
Yeah, they're gonna show up. Okay, so I think Trav would beat Brian's team then, and then Trav would probably have to play, and then the winner of Jalen versus Conrad, and Jalen I think would probably dismantle Conrad's team because Conrad's team was a very good team this year, but he definitely overperformed, and Jalen's just got a juggernaut of a team, and he's got players that have very good playoff schedules. So I think Jalen would win, and it would be a 1 versus 2 matchup, a dream matchup of Jalen versus Trav in
And
the
I know
championship.
Trav wants that W. I know he wants to rub it in Jalen's face like that Sacco was rubbing on his face a couple years ago.
It, oh man, I it's hard to pick between the two for the
Okay.
championship. Um, what do you think, Trav or Jalen's team for the championship, week 17?
You see, my thing with Trav, I done beat Trav 6 times in a row, 7 times in a row, whatever it is. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and Jalen, and the fact that Jalen used my method to get to where he's at now, Trav can't beat that method, apparently. So
Uh-huh.
it would be my biggest fear of this year, besides the scary, life-threatening situation I was just in. Like, uh, if it just so happens that he makes it to the finals, unfortunately, I could see Jalen win, and that will break my heart. That will break my heart. Dismantle my whole feelings. So, Alex, I
I
need you
could
to
see it
win.
happening. I could see it happening. I'm not saying I wouldn't see it happening. I think I have the team to win because my team has been, my team's full of full of horse on the way back. That's why I keep changing team names based on horses on the way back.
You have a great quarterback. Your
Great
running
running
backs are,
backs, great wide receivers, top three tight end. From top to bottom, my team is just is ready to go week in, week out. I haven't put anything less than 140 every week.
and all of your players have the entire teams.
Hmm.
Um, Jalen's team, on the other hand, Alvin Kamara doesn't have a quarterback.
Yep.
Um, who else does he have? Let me go back to his team. Alvin Kamara doesn't have a quarterback. Uh, S- Saquon is going to keep getting touches unless that relationship is mended. Hopefully, it is mended. Um, Mike Evans, he has his quarterback. He has his quarterback. Devontae Adams could be a toss up because, of course, the Jets is having their little issues over there. Even if he started, if he was to try Rico out, they don't have a quarterback. So his teams, depending on who they play and what their backups do on their prospective teams, Jalen could slide through this playoff or have nothing but issues this playoffs.
Well, I
So
think I think Jalen has the deepest team, and then the second deepest team would be Elias, if not mine. Elias also has one of the deeper teams, if not for his quarterback. Bo Nix would be the other quarterback that needs to come through,
now I
and
don't.
he's capable.
He's very much capable. He's very much capable. Um, Elias is if Elias gets past this first round, he's gonna be a problem.
Absolutely.
If he beats Conrad and it just so happens that he ends up playing against Jalen, Jalen had if he runs into you or Jalen, he has a problem. I mean, if he runs into you or Elias, he has a problem.
Hmm.
That's just the bottom line. You and Elias are his biggest threats.
I mean, if it comes out where it's me, Jalen, and Elias that all advance past this week, it's going to be me versus Jalen and Elias versus Trav next week, and
Now,
it'll be crazy. It'll be a crazy matchup next week.
if that happens, do you see Trav getting past Elias?
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be the both matchups. I pick out of a hat. I couldn't tell you. I'm not gonna make any predictions right now without breaking it down because
No shade to Conrad, no shade to Brian. Uh, Brian is a two-time champ. Uh, but you four guys, Travis is on a mission. Elias is gonna be there because Elias sleeps, shits, and breathes fantasy football. Same thing with you. Same thing. Jalen, Jalen did what he had to do, talked to whoever he had to talk to, figured it out, and got his shit right.
yeah,
That's that's gonna be. I'm gonna take bets. I'm gonna take bets. If that's the series for if those are the matchups for next week, I'm taking bets.
I'll be on the edge of my seat.
I'm
I'll
taking
be
bets.
watching every moment, and
I might
I
be
don't
so
know.
happy about that. I might dye my hair purple. I might dye my whole hair purple. Just say fuck it, Jalen. Why do you have to say that? I'm not repeating that.
I think I picked Conrad just because I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that happen. I'm so afraid of having that as a Final Four. It would
I
be
want to
so
see that
nuts.
happen.
Oh
Because
man,
the reason I want to see it happen is because that's the only way I'm confident that Jalen isn't going to make it to the next round. Like,
I didn't want to face Jalen in the first round. That's why I was so important for me to put up a big week last week. And
bro,
then
I'm gonna be real with you. I was praying to get into the playoffs so I could play Jalen. That's the only person I wanted to play, to be honest with you.
you think Jalen wants to see Marcus again?
I don't. I think he do. I think he do. Jalen's with the bullshit this year. He's with the bullshit this year. Jalen, he's. I don't think he's upset about the loss. I really don't. Because Jalen hasn't been too active because I haven't seen nobody respond to him. So since I haven't seen a lot of people respond to him, I know he's not active. I know he's not upset. He's cool in this week. He
He would
probably
love to have that first round bye. I would love to have a first round bye. Trav is
anyone would.
chilling.
The Travis coming up with the sneak behind grabbing the first round is I was proud of, I was like a proud uncle at that time. You feel me? I know Elias is his daddy. I get it. I was a proud uncle. Like, yeah, my boy came and snatched that first round up. He snatched it from this man. I was proud. I was proud. You feel me? So, yo, if my wishes come true and all four of y'all is in the playoffs, sorry, Taco, Gonzo, my bad, bro. But I need to see this happen. I need the best man to be going up against Jalen.
So who's your
Yo,
winner, Pat?
huh?
Who's your winner?
If that was to happen
Who's your winner right now?
right now,
I mean, based on the people you picked, those are the four that are going to be there.
yo, I might go with you. I might go with you. Josh Allen is scary, man. Josh Allen is scary, 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 and
It could happen,
he's
but
only
I
gonna get better.
the chances of me getting there to the championship right now are like 20%. Like, so I have to win this week and then win the following week. So it's like 25% of me getting there. So it's
Oh,
going
it
to be
stings
tough.
a little bit, but he said it stings a little bit not to have that first round. Yo,
He's not
it's
stressed about
cool
it because he
though.
gets Marcus and he's got a big gap. He's got a good,
This is your revenge game, man. You better enjoy it. You better talk
yeah.
all the shit that you can. I'm supposed to be seeing text messages come across my phone all day.
You
I'm
blocked
supposed to
him,
see that.
Pat. You blocked him.
But from everybody else, I'm supposed to see him getting shit talk right back to him. I need to see you responding, Marcus responding, Elias. Nobody has responded to him all week, so I know
It's because
he
Jeff's
hasn't been
out
saying
too.
it. Jeff has been quiet.
'Cause Jeff's out. Jeff's not in the playoffs either.
He still needs to be in there talking. I need to see the I need to see all the Jewish innuendos and stuff. But he's playing now. He's hurt. I
Maybe
think
there should be a little wager between you and Jeff for next year. Maybe some waiver dollars or something like that, you know?
nah, you can't. I can't mess with Jeff, man. I think I still got Jeff on the trade block. I still got him on that block list for trades. I can't, he's just too. I don't want no parts of Jeff right now because he pissed me off this year too. He's another one.
Oh boy. Some bad blood, huh?
Yeah, man. Everybody I went to go pick up, he knew I was gonna go pick him up, and he just picked him up. Like, bro, why did you pick up Tua? Why did you re-pick up Tua? For what
He
reason?
picked up Patrick Taylor this
For
week on
what?
waivers.
For what? You don't need him. He's just picking up people that I need. He's doing it. He's been doing it all year. Between him and Jalen pissing me off in this league.
Yeah, we better win the league versus league though. I'll be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna win. We definitely gonna win. We definitely gonna win. Um, let's get to the next segment. Because we gotta.
What's the next segment? We almost out of here?
Yeah, we almost out of here.
What's the last thing we got?
The bets, the bet of the year, the points. I guess since playoff is here, I'm guessing we're not doing no more conference points, of
That's
course.
it. It's regular season.
Do you have the results?
Uh the the SFC.
Yeah, y'all heard it, man. So,
LFC, I'm sorry, the LFC has won.
do you have the scores or no?
I don't have the scores. All I know is once I saw how much Trav and I put up, and I was like, we won. We won by like around 75 points
So,
over the SFC. Came in second, and you guys came in dead last.
me and Elias have to walk around for 2 weeks with purple beards. Alex, I'm gonna be honest. I would have loved seeing you with a Trump toupee. I would have
You know,
loved it.
honestly, it wouldn't be so bad anymore. So I might just do it out of, you know.
Hold on. All right, let's do this. If you don't make it to the championship, 1 week with the toupee.
And then if I do make it to the championship, it becomes what, a month for you guys? You want to double down?
Elias has to agree to it, but I'm willing to double down. I'm willing to double down. I'm willing to double down. I'll do them off because it's gonna take a long time to get out anyways. It's gonna be longer than 2 weeks, so I don't mind it. Yeah, Elias. I mean, Jalen, I'm not unblocking you, bro. You're staying blocked in every social media platform, every text messages. You can't call my phone. No, bro, I'm keeping you blocked, point blank. And then he's gonna rub the noggin because he's not gonna have to wear no hair. The fact that you
I'm
just
getting
rubbed
some
your noggin,
fire.
oh man. So
I'll let
when
you borrow the championship trophy though, but let's do another we'll do another playoff preview once we get the results in from this week for next week.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
hopefully the warden is not deep throat. I mean, got a sore throat anymore, and he's all good, and he go back to hosting the show because it's not the same without him.
Alex is a tradition for that boy. It's a tradition for that man. Every year it starts early November and it won't stop till after January. So I don't know if it's Lena. I don't know if it's Mo Queen. I don't know if it's Trav, but it's somebody doing this to this man, and he's allowing it year
Oh
after year
man,
after year.
I gotta look away because I'm gonna get in trouble.
But yeah, man, we gonna see y'all next week, man.
All
Uh,
right,
Alex, you'll be back next week.
absolutely.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna talk to Elias because I've been talking to him about it before. I think you should be on permanently. I don't know how you feel about it, but
I
I
would
think
love
all
it.
three of us
It's
would
fun,
make
man.
that happen.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
All
All
right.
right, y'all. EFL podcast is out.